This is bad. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not bad. Oh, it seems okay. It seems pretty good, actually. It seems like I, distracted them. Yes. Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest and our cheese hunting adventures. Well, technically, it kind of is cheese, actually. It kind of is cheese hunting because we have been trading some food. Actually, someone in the comments was very helpful and basically said that you can buy food, or at least the, shall we say, higher quality food, and you can trade that for some pretty nice profit back to Lashiek. And so what I've been doing, I'm going to just take you through a test run here, just so you can actually see exactly what I've been doing for the past, I don't even know how many days, 17 in-game days? I think it was like the 3rd of the month or something when the previous episode ended, so I've literally just been running from Lashiek to Lothern to Lashiek. That's literally it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to buy all of this salt for a very, very cheap price indeed. And we're going to go and take it all the way over to Lothern. You can see here nothing's really changed with my gear or anything like that. I did fight a couple of people, and I think I leveled up once or something. But yes, otherwise, most of my people are basically the same, with the exception of gaining a couple more poisoned wind globadiers and a couple more gunners as well. Now, with this money that we're going to get from the salt, we are going to make some pretty big strides here. I should also say that many of the wars that were currently going on against the Skaven have concluded. They are no longer available for us to partake in, which is kind of unfortunate, really. I kind of thought to myself, yes, I'd like to fight a couple of caravans, maybe pillage a village or something along those lines. But yeah, that didn't seem to be the case. There's some weird stuff going on here. I'm actually gonna... Yes, I am going to rush to the aid of the orc caravan. This technically probably would not happen in the lore of Warhammer, obviously, but you know, it's a game. You know, it's limitations and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rush to the aid of the orc caravan here because they are the ones that are outnumbered, and we are going to try and eliminate these dark elf raiders who are just a bandit party after all. So let's take to the field. And you'll get to see the wondrous splendor of these Scryer gunners. Yeah, now, here's the thing. I did a battle against a couple of Skaven Corsairs. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Skaven Corsairs appeared on dry land. I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but they did. And they proceeded to rush towards us. As you do when you have an enemy and you need to kill them, you need to rush toward them, of course, unless you're obviously ranged. But yeah, anyway, point is, they started to rush towards us. Our gunners, attempted to shoot at them, and they're not the best, I gotta say. I feel like the Scryer gunners are not exactly accurate from long range. So what I have basically done, as you can see here, I'm basically just going to hold fire until the enemy gets a little bit closer. Just treat it more like a firing line more than anything else, because them from range is not very good. I don't exactly know what kind of weapon they're using in their ranged slot, but it is not great. You can also see that I actually did purchase a healing potion as well, and that is obviously going to be helping us out quite a bit. Okay, so let us tell our people to fire. Oh yeah, I should also mention, I do have... Wait a minute, where is it? Where is... Oh, yes, Poison Wind Globadiers. Yes, I should also mention that those guys are fantastic. I have been very much loving them in every way, shape, and form, because they just literally, you can see, they just destroy everything in that small radius that their little globes explode in. So it's really, really great. Otherwise, the Rat Ogre has also been pretty awesome too. I'm actually just going to drink a potion real quick. Don't really want to, die. That would be pretty bad. But anyway, yeah. How do I switch? Oh no, I've forgotten how to do that. How do I... Oh, no, I dropped my thrown weapons. Oh, well, never mind. I have actually forgotten how to change potions. I've never done that before, because I have only previously had healing potions available to us. And I actually do have an experience potion in my inventory, so it would be kind of nice for us to do something about that. And yeah, as I've stated before, we're not going to be taking any rescued prisoners unless they are Skaven oriented, because it just does not make sense. High Elves and Skaven working together maybe would happen somehow, but I don't think so. Anyway, we're going to just leave that. Yeah, I actually have this Potion of Knowledge, 1,000 experience points. I would like to be able to use this more often, so I suppose I'll just put it at the top of the potion list here, and maybe it will be available for me to use immediately until I figure out what the key actually is. Anyway, let's leave, and we'll go over to Lothern. Yes, now as I was saying, the wars have ended. Oh, it seems like the healing potion... Oh, okay, so apparently that was a bug before, where when you use a healing potion, it did not get consumed. So obviously now that we are on the updated version, the potion does get consumed appropriately, and yeah, obviously we're not able to use it multiple times in multiple battles and so on. So I guess that's fair, you know, that's fair. Even though I'm kind of salty about that. Yes, of course, because we have a huge amount of salt right now. Okay, so I am going to be giving this helm, actually, to Katya, because obviously she's still with us. She actually did level up a couple of times as well, amazingly enough. I did give her a sword. She was able to get a couple of kills against some of the bandits, and she's now level 4, or level 3, or something like that. She leveled up pretty quickly, and there's another 4,300 gold for us. And hopefully I'll be able to use the Potion of Knowledge in the next battle. Now, you can see here this really awesome pricing. Fine cheese, for example, it's only 43. It's pretty crazy. I've been trading in this for a long time, and when I initially started, it was at about, I don't know, 200, 150, something like that. And it has just gone down and down and down and down as time has gone on. And that is kind of amazing. So what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to place all this stuff like this. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to do it this way. And there we go. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to take fine fruit as well. And fine cabbages. I don't know whether fine cabbages are really worth it, but I guess I'll take them anyway. And you can see here that we're still receiving 2,400. I should probably take the fine honey too. 1,600 now, but that's okay. Anyway, otherwise what I've been doing is checking the tavern for potential companions, because obviously that is a pretty worthwhile thing to do. Unfortunately, I have not found any Skaven companions in this neck of the woods, so not entirely sure why that's happening, but well, you know. That's just how it is. Anyway, this is the fellow that I actually purchased the potions from. As you can see, he has not restocked his stock. Yes, that was redundant, wasn't it? Anyway, let's actually move back now, shall we? Let's move back to Lashiek and see how much money we've actually made. Alright, so we have now appeared in Lashiek's marketplace, and you can see here that the fine cabbages that we purchased for about 15 are now 101. So that is a really great tip that one of you gave me, where you can basically just take the food from Lothern and sell it in Lashiek, and it makes a pretty decent amount of cash. You can see here another 4,400. So technically from that entire run, just from that run, it was about 6,000. Maybe a little bit more than that. And yeah, suffice it to say, obviously you do need to wait a little bit of time in between trading, because you will not be able to trade constantly, obviously. You know, you're going to have a little bit of downtime here and there, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Anyway, I'm a bit disillusioned now, because I actually do need a little bit of food, but I don't really want to take the fine stuff, you know what I mean? That would be maybe not the best idea. Anyway, let's go into the tavern. This is probably going to be the last trade that I do around here for a while, so I'd like to just make sure that I'm not missing anyone here. And I have 18,000. 18,000, which is going to be very nice indeed. Now, as to the question about whether I will be leveling up these Poisoned Wind Globadiers, I am not entirely sure, to be honest, because the Warplock Engineers, they're great. I think they're good, you know, I think they're perfectly acceptable, but the Poisoned Wind Globadiers are things that can turn the tide of battle pretty easily with their wonderful globes that they can use. And the Warplock Engineers, while they do have a fantastic pistol, which might actually be a little bit better, It might actually be a little bit better to go for that, because that's going to be much more consistent in the way that it acts, and we are going to still have a couple of Poisoned Wind Globadiers in our army. It's not like we're going to phase them out completely, so I suppose we will just level them up into Warplock Engineers. And, well, saying that, I'm going to make my way back to Skaven territory. We might actually fight a couple of Desert Bandits on the way. Well, I've currently laid in a pursuit course for these Desert Bandits. Please, go away, Araby Patrol. I do not need any assistance, thank you very much. Or at least I hope I won't. Anyway, let's go in here and fight these guys. And I'm pretty sure, considering most of our units are ranged, that they're going to level up pretty quickly from battles just like this one. I mean, it's not going to be extremely slow thanks to that, because they're going to be able to get kills much, much easier. You know, they're going to be getting those kills from very far distance. Okay, so let me actually just place them around here. Oh yeah, this is bad. Oh, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not bad. Oh, it seems okay. It seems pretty good actually. It seems like I distracted them. Yes, I completely distracted the enemy. Very good, Slithe. You have done a service for the Skaven underworld today, as you are a mercenary of theirs still. And yeah, hopefully we'll be getting an enterprise pretty quickly, actually. I think that was, I think this is probably a record in how quick we're actually able to get our enterprise. But there you go. Oh, level 9. Very nice. Okay. So, yeah, actually, there was another comment, which was very, very useful indeed. A huge comment. Very, very long. And basically, it detailed various lore aspects. It detailed, you know, build ideas and so on and so forth, and that's great. I very much appreciate that, because obviously on the lore aspect of things, I am certainly not the most proficient. And please, no, I do not want to get killed right here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take a healing potion. Let's just, you know, be a little bit calm about things. Just chug that healing potion, no problem at all. Obviously, it's not really the time and place that you really want to use one of those things. Anyway, point is, the comment was very useful in multiple ways, and one of the ways that it was useful is the fact that I would like to obviously specialize in something. And obviously the comment was basically saying, hey, you know, it's probably not the best idea to go for a master of none kind of thing, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing, because obviously at that point you're going to not be good at basically anything. You're going to be okay at most things, but you're not going to be amazing at anything. And so, you know, that obviously makes a big deal of difference, because I'd like to be able to be good at something, you know what I mean? Be really devastating at something. So considering what we've already done, I am currently leveling up my intelligence. That's literally just what I'm doing. It seems like intelligence is definitely the way to go in Warsword Conquest, at least this version. Obviously, if you're playing Chaos, I don't exactly know whether they have magic available. Obviously, if you have a faction that has magic available and you want to use magic, which I'd probably recommend to do because it is just so much fun to use. Obviously, with Percy, our high elf, he was using healing magic, which is very powerful, but a little bit, you know, static. It doesn't really do much. Razzle-dazzle, you know, it's not really exciting. But yeah, hopefully Slythe's choice of spell will be extremely fun to use. Anyway, we're going to go for some pathfinding and magic here. As you can see, I did spec a little bit into trainer and tactics skill, because obviously tactics is going to be pretty important. Trainer is going to be extremely important to level up those little rats. And yeah, otherwise, we're just going to continue leveling up our two-handed and our firearms, because you know what we're going to do? I think if I can, I don't exactly know if there is a big strength requirement for the ball and chain. I think it has a very, very big strength requirement, and if it does, then that's just how it has to be, but doesn't seem to? Wait, is that true? It doesn't seem to have a strength requirement, or it is just not showing me the strength requirement on the actual troop screen. But anyway, point is, I think it would be a good idea for us to specialize in magic and in trainer and tactics and all these things and all the commanding skills basically, and becoming a fantastic mage of sorts. So we are going to just be much more of an offensive ranged character than we are going to be some kind of crazy plague priest or something like that. We are going to be a plague priest of sorts, obviously. We're going to be using, you know, well, I think we're going to be using plague magic. I think I've kind of made up my mind on that, and quite a few people were in agreement of that. I know that there were a couple of arguments to, shall we say, counter from that, and the ruinous spells are going to be extremely good later down the line, but I kind of like the aspect of poison. I feel like the aspect of poison could be really, really fun. Oh, okay. This is actually fantastic timing. Skaven Underworld, you are reading my mind by the looks of things. Or maybe not. I don't think they are. But the point is that they have now declared war against the Sultanate of Araby, and that is great. That is very, very good indeed. At least now that we have stopped doing any kind of trading. And so we are going to be heading back. Actually, do I want to attack them? Yeah, I guess. I guess we could attack some of their villages, some of their caravans and things like that. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. I'd like to go to the Warlocks Guild, and the Law of Plague is the one I'm going to be taking, I think. Extra plague explosion every time an infected enemy dies. The spell Wither will make your enemies susceptible to extra damage, and Bless with Filth gives your allies poison attacks. I personally feel like that is really, really fun, so we're going to do that. There we go. You are now a practitioner of the Law of Plague. There we go. Alright, so we can actually buy some Plague Warlock robes, as well as Plague hoods, but I actually do have a pretty good robe on at the moment. Obviously not this. I'm going to actually use this instead. Okay, so we have Wither, we have Vermintide, summon multiple clan rat troops. I had no idea that was a thing. That's pretty amazing. Cloud of Corruption targets all non-undead, demons, Saurus, and Skaven, including allies. Wow. And then we have Plague here. It is a Constitution test. Targets all non-undead, demons, Saurus, and Skaven, including allies. Medium to high damage and 33% chance of causing plague explosion when target dies. Okay, so obviously this is the big spell. This is the big spell that is going to absolutely murder everything if you get lucky, obviously. Anyway, otherwise, what do we have here? Pestilent Breath. This is an AoE around us. Madness turns the enemy into an ally for 30 seconds. And Curse of the Horned One. Oh, okay, so apparently this is an insane ability as well. And you can tell exactly how insane they are by their pricing, obviously. This is pretty expensive. And, troops with Iron Flesh 8+ are immune. Oh, okay. Turns enemy into an allied Skaven troop. So does that mean that I can keep them after that? I don't think so. Probably just for the battle. Okay, so we're going to take Bless of Filth, just because it's literally the cheapest thing that I can afford right now. We're going to not use anything else apart from the Spear, I think. The Spear has been pretty good to us so far. And enemies receive extra damage when hit. That might be pretty fun to use as well. So let's do that too. Gonna just place these things at the top here. There we go. That's 2,000. I guess I am gonna do it. Why not? And we're gonna speak to the guild master here, and that we'll see if I can purchase a Weavery and Dyeworks. All right, so this is 1,880. I think the Weaver and Dyeworks is probably going to be the best. I mean, let's face it. You know, usually it is the best initially. I'd like to go into the tavern, see if there's anyone here. We do have a couple of people. I know that a couple of people did say that Chaos Companions could be thematically good, because Chaos do tend to have alliances with Skaven sometimes. So maybe that would be an idea, but I don't know. I still kind of want to save my money for potential Skaven companions, because I think that's kind of fun. Well, this is kind of sad. I actually did not want to enter the battle with Ikit Claw's party, but unfortunately that happened, so we are now going to have to fight with them. But that's okay, because I will now be able to try out Wither, and I'll be able to try out Bless with Filth, which is good for me. I really don't mind too much about that. Otherwise, I guess we'll get to see his units in action. I don't really need to be honest. I think it's not particularly necessary. Otherwise, I'd like to try out Bless with Filth. How long does it last, though? How long does it last? I don't know, but it probably will last about I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds probably. Nothing too extravagant, of course. So let me see here. Okay, the enemies are actually coming pretty close, pretty fast, so we need to get ready with this. And I want to make sure that I don't fail the cast, of course. And I'd actually like to use Wither as well. Oh, Winds of Magic, what are you doing to me? Okay, come on, give me a higher roll, please. Whoa, Wicked Claw is going absolutely crazy on them right now. Winds of Magic 2. Are you serious? Are you serious, Winds of Magic? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, because apparently Winds of Magic, the lower the roll you have, the more chance you have of failing. And there we go. Okay, I think that's good. There we are. Ooh, look at that. That is so cool. That is a really, really cool effect. Okay, otherwise we're going to use Wither now. And there you go. Oh, that is amazing. Nearby enemy troops are weakened, and they take extra damage. Wow, I like this. I like the Plague so far. I think that's pretty good. I like the Plague. Reformist TM 2018. No, not that Plague. Just this one. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so there you go. We actually did achieve victory, obviously. And I'm going to be taking those. There's a couple of things there, but I don't really think it's too worth it to sell them. I'm actually going to go with Katja here and give her this helm finally, because I've forgotten to do that over the past many minutes or whatever. And let's go for some should we go for some Master Gunners actually? Let me just take a quick look here. Master Gunners, how good are they in comparison? Okay, so they actually become Jezzails, and Jezzails are very, very good at what they do. But Warplock Engineers are just crazy. Look at their 350 firearm weapon proficiency. That's just too good. Surely. It is just way too good. We're going to have to go for Poison Wind Globadiers once again. Okay, so considering we are Slythe of Skaven Blight, I'm going to be buying a Weaverian Dye Works in here. I think that makes the most sense, probably. And let's have a look. Weaverian Dye Works. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't think that we're going to get a better price with anything else. Wine Press is pretty decent. Oh, Tannery actually comes kind of close, but no cigar here. We're going to be spending the 12,000 on the Weaverian Dye Works. Okay, let's go into the tavern, see if maybe there are a couple of companions here. There are some, but none that I would like to take. So we will just deal with it like that. Okay, let's sell some of these things as well. And yes, Potion of Knowledge, Healing Potion. I have one more Healing Potion. Oh, there's actually fine salt here. Amusingly enough, we could probably take this salt and sell it at Lothern, and we might actually make quite a bit of cash. But it's not as cheap as Lashiek, of course. So what we're going to do now, I have enough money to be able to purchase a ship. And, well, we know how effective a ship was with Percy. So I think we're going to probably do that, but first I'm going to just run around a little bit and try to recruit more and more Skaven. Now, do bear in mind that what I want to do is I want to make sure that we don't go too crazy in the amount of units that we recruit, because eventually, obviously, I will want to have a very large army. You know, we'll want to have, you know, close to maximum capacity. But before that, we want to make sure that we are saving up a good amount of cash. And so thankfully, now that the Weaverian Dye Works is up and running, I am now able to kind of spend a little bit more cash, and you know, my wages are going to be a little bit higher. So with that, we are going to go and we are going to buy a ship. There we are. Alright, so we are now on the ocean waves. Let's see if we can fight a couple of people on the ships here. I feel like our ranged units will completely decimate anyone, and oh yeah, I did have a martial quest, but I'm a mercenary. It's not really necessary, is it? Ah, Dark Elf Raiders, hello there. Yeah, these guys might actually be a little bit problematic, because we only have 2 in surgery, so these guys can potentially kill us pretty quickly, so yeah, maybe not a good idea to attack, but we're going to do it anyway. I can't use magic in this, of course, so I'm going to have to go pokey and poke some holes in them like Swiss cheese. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, thankfully I do have some slaves now. I do have some Skaven slaves, so obviously that is going to be a bit of a buffer for us. because the Skaven slaves might actually take a little bit of damage from the bombardments of the enemy, and that's pretty good for me. That's pretty good. And the Poison Wind Globadiers are actually doing a very nice job indeed. Even in melee, they're very nice. How many did we lose so far? I can't bring up the battle map at the moment, so we'll have to see on the casualties screen afterwards. Let's have a look. We lost 9? Oh, yeah, well, we only lost 1 gunner and 1 skirmisher, and otherwise we just lost a couple of slaves, which is actually not too bad. I feel like that's okay. Ooh, a balanced Dark Elf Saber. Actually pretty nice. And the armor is also very good. Okay, so Katya, when she levels up again, seems like we probably want to do a little bit of something with her to make sure that she is protected as much as she can. And yeah, because I mean obviously we need her to stay alive as much as possible, and I think at the moment she's not really wearing anything. Oh, she's actually wearing something pretty decent. It's not amazing, and she has 6 in strength at the moment, so she obviously cannot use that. And I'm going to just give her the balanced Dark Elf Saber. I don't really need the money, so to speak. I mean, we kind of do, but yeah, I think at the moment we really don't need to worry too much about it. Anyway, we're very close to some Araby patrols, and I would like, if at all possible, to maybe tackle a couple of their caravans, maybe a couple of villages. Let's see if we can do that. And we do have a very easy escape method by just running over to my ship, and that is going to be very easy indeed. Ah, Chaos Zealots, hello! You are in the wrong place at the wrong time, fellows. Alright, so we got the amazing, yes, firing line right there, and the insane amounts of Poisoned Wind Globadiers in our army at the moment are making things very easy indeed. And we didn't even need to send in our Rat Ogre. No, we didn't even need to send in Jerry. Yes, I called him Jerry because no reason, you know, references and so on and so forth. Anyway, there we go. So we're pretty good. We are pretty good. And yeah, that's it. Chaos Zealots. I mean, they are obviously not exactly difficult to defeat, are they? Ah, Katya leveled up. Very nice indeed. That is exactly what we needed right now. Okay, so 7 in strength. Unfortunately, actually, do I want to do that? It's not that much better, is it? I'm going to go for Intelligence 9 because I would like to get that extra point in wound treatment and surgery. Yes, there we go. All right, yeah, I think that feels a little bit better personally than anything else. We have 5 Warplock engineers now. My weekly cost is, as you can see, skyrocketing a little bit now, as many of our units are starting to level up to the maximum level. All right, so do I want to raid this village, or do I want to be... Oh, hello there. It seems like this Araby patrol is doing battle with one of our caravans. Oh, oh, I didn't get there in time. Now I'm kind of sad. Actually, you know what? I'm not actually kind of sad. You know why I'm not sad? Because these guys have taken some prisoners from that caravan. And as a result, we will be able to rescue them. And I have no limitations in regards to Skaven prisoners, of course. I will be able to rescue them, and I will be able to utilize them in my army. So this is going to be good. Oh, yes. Okay, so let me see if I can maybe put out a couple of infantry there. I want to make sure... You know what? I'm not gonna hold fire this time. Not gonna hold fire. We're gonna use Wither against these fellows. Oh, your attempt to cast Wither fails? Are you serious? Okay, well, bless with filth then. Can I do it? Yep, there we go. Bless with filth. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't even know whether this really works with... Does it work with ranged attacks? I don't know whether it does. Does it matter? I have no idea. But, well, whatever the case, I will be switching once again to Wither. I don't think I have enough mana to be able to actually cast it, unfortunately. No, I don't have enough mana. I am actually unsure what the mana cost is at the moment. I didn't really take a look at that on the scroll itself. Ah, there we go. The mana cost is about 60 by the looks of things. Okay, so let's just cast it. Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm not going to cast it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a little bit of damage. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're doing so much damage with our spear at the moment. I mean, I'm really not spec'd for melee damage, as mentioned previously. Anyway, there we go. Very nice. That was easy enough. And we now get these guys. Veteran Black Rats, Eshin Assassins, which are very good. Storm Vermin, which are also going to be extremely useful for us. And otherwise, I'm not going to be taking any of these guys. I don't think that's necessarily worth it. Otherwise, I actually... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little bit of something here. We're going to swap out all of this Zealot cloth because you never know. Maybe I'm going to be... okay, apparently I can't use the leather gloves. Anyway, apparently I am going to be raiding a village, and I think I'm going to be doing that pretty soon. So let me see if I can do that. A couple of people leveled up. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. I feel like we might have some problems. However, I actually thought these guys were in the fight. Huh. I actually thought they were in the fight, so that's a bit weird, because these guys also have some pretty amazing prisoners. Oh, we actually got a kill. Very nice indeed. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually just out here by myself attempting to get a couple of kills from some of the weakened enemies. And yeah, it's just insanity how effective units from the Skaven Underworld can actually be, considering they are generally known for obviously swarming their opponent and being much more in terms of numbers and zerging and all that stuff. They're actually pretty proficient at what they do just by themselves, and just add a couple more in there and you have a very deadly combination. Anyway, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to continue to level up these Poison Wind Globadiers. We actually did gain a Plague Priest as well. I actually really love Plague Priests and Maniacs and things like Fanatics, I think. Yeah, Goblin Fanatics, I think they're called. I really love both of those archetypes because they're just crazy. They're just crazy, insane units, and they just run around with that ball and chain weapon, and I very much enjoy seeing that in action. Anyway, we're just going to level this up as well. Well, it seems like we will be unable to raid any of the Kingdom of Araby's villages. They seem to be very, shall we say, alert. And I've tried multiple times to kind of swing around to a variety of different villages and just see exactly what the reaction is like. And you can see here that even though they have this patrol here, I mean, I'm probably going to be fighting a couple more patrols and things like that, but I think for the moment... Oh, yes, let us renew the contract, thank you very much. Yes, this fellow's being kind of annoying, but I think he might actually be going on a campaign right now, so I think I might have an opportunity. Yeah, most of their vassals are pretty high tier. They seem to have quite a few units in each of their armies, and that is making things kind of difficult for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick around. I'm just going to stick around in Kingdom of Araby territory. I'm going to fight a couple of these patrols, and in the next episode, we're probably going to try and raid a village, maybe do a couple more battles and things, and try and earn enough money to once again purchase another enterprise, and maybe get a couple of extra spells, maybe Plague. Plague's going to be pretty fun to see when we actually are able to use it. I think we need a little bit more magic skill to be able to have the competency to see it be successful. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching and for your support on the series so far, and otherwise, I will see you next time.